Hey everyone, it's Brian here. I'm awake, are you? And if you're awake, you're waiting for the pre-trib rapture at any moment. And boy, does it look like it's going to happen at any moment because of the world events going on everywhere across every aspect of Bible prophecy, from the weather to from outer space to under our feet to what's on the surface of this planet to the digital tracking, the money and AI. All this stuff is all telling us that's happening right now. See, the things I just said about what's going on was just a quick list, right? But what are the odds that almost every part of Bible prophecy that I just spouted off and the others I didn't are happening at the same exact time in human history that Israel's in the midst of peace talks with the Abrahamic Accords? Is that a coincidence? Or is God trying to tell us something? What's he trying to tell us? That we are about to be taken off this planet at any moment. And boy, is that more true today than it was yesterday. The things that are happening all over this world are happening for a reason. God is speeding the clock up. Is it just me? But this year went by pretty fast. It's not over yet. But man, has it gone by fast. It's like time is speeding up physically. And you know, I wouldn't doubt it. God shortens the days during the tribulation, because if he doesn't, no one would survive. So time can be manipulated. So is God manipulating the time? It sure seems like it. But I tell you what, our time is short on this earth as a church. Born again believers, not Christians, born again saints of the Most High God who believe that Jesus died, buried, and rose on the third day. His blood, his body, his sacrifice paid for your sins and mine. Confess with your mouth and believe in your heart, you shall be saved. That God raised his son from the dead. Because he did. Jesus is not dead. Muhammad's dead. Buddha's dead. All these other religions, their gods are dead. But our God, he raised from the grave. And now he's seated at the right hand of God, waiting for the Father to give him orders to come down here and take the church home at any moment. Our God's alive and well. And boy, is he about to come back. And after he comes back and takes us off this planet, we're at the throne room of God in Revelation 4 and 5. And guess who comes out in chapter 5 and takes the seal out of him who sits on the throne? Takes that scroll, the scroll out of his hand, who sits on the throne, and breaks that seal. I wonder who that is. Well, John described it as one that was slain. So he has the marks of his crucifixion on him. And we see it. We see it. When he comes out, we see the marks. We know why they're there and how they got there. And he's worthy to break the seal. And he breaks that seal, and all hell breaks loose on the planet. What happens in heaven happens on the earth. And what's about to happen in heaven? God's about to say to his son, go get your bride. That's what's about to happen. And when he says that, we're gone. We're taken to our heavenly home. No eye has seen or ear has heard or come in the thought of man what God has prepared for those who love him. Can you imagine? Well, we value our economic system on the earth for gold. We use as pavers in heaven for streets. This, if you're born again today, I know life can be hard. That's an understatement. It can be really hard. But you've overcome this world because he has. Cast your cares upon him, Jesus says, because he cares for you. Why does he say this? Because the weight of stress and the weight of this life is too heavy for us. It causes physical illnesses and depression. All the things here on this earth you think that we use for happiness is actually burdensome. A lot of us have cars. You buy a car because you gotta have a car where some of these places you live. You gotta have a car to live, to get around. And you think, well, I finally got my car. I got the exact car I've always wanted. Yeah, but now you gotta pay insurance on it. You gotta put gas in it. You got to change the oil, do maintenance on it. You got to take care of it. It's a burden now. It's something you got to take care of. It's something you have to put your time into. It's just, this is life. But pretty soon, we don't need cars. We're not going to need health insurance. We're not going to need fire insurance, homeowners insurance. We're not going to need any of that. We're going to have a glorified body. Why have a car when you can fly across the universe in the speed of thought? I mean, we're going to have a glorified body at any moment. At any moment, you're going to get a glorified body. And when the rapture happens, when it finally happens, in the twinkling of an eye, we're changed. Your body's going to go from what it is now to that, and so fast, it's going to take your breath away. You're going to wake up in the morning full of aches and pains, and you might have things happen wrong with you, and all of a sudden, like that, it's changed. All that stuff gone. You'll never feel that again, that pain. It will be gone. Not just physical, but emotional and mental pain will be gone. Because our blessed hope is going to change our bodies. We're going to have peace. See, everyone wants to have happiness. They want to just be happy. Just be happy. You know what we need to be? Not happy. Because happiness is determined by circumstances. Peace is not. A peace that surpasses all understanding in Philippians is not a peace that is determined by your bank account or how you feel that day. The peace that surpasses all understanding in Philippians is determined by who's living in you. Because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. So a peace, you don't want happiness in your life. Because that's like the weather, it can change. But if you have peace in your life, it doesn't matter what happens in your life, you're still at rest and peace. Happiness can bring peace for a very short time, but if circumstances change, your peace and happiness, or your happiness is gone, and so is your peace. But if your peace is based on who's living inside you, Jesus Christ and him crucified, it surpasses human understanding and circumstances. You could be at peace in the worst time of your life. But you can have all the money of the world and be miserable without that peace. You can have all the riches of this world. But if you don't have Jesus in you, you have no peace. So a peace that surpasses understanding, that's what we need. And so many people now are chasing happiness. And it's always been like this, but it's gotten worse. And here in the U.S., the most powerful country in the world, supposed to be the most economically best place to live in the world, and it offers all this stuff here. And a lot of countries out there do the same. But look where we're at. Drugs are off the charts. Suicide's off the charts. Depression is off the charts. But yet, we have all this stuff here. Let me read this article. I'm going to get into this one. It is on theeconomiccollapse.com. America's rapidly growing happiness deficit. So here we go. We possess technology that would have been unimaginable to people living 100 years ago. We have access to more entertainment than any other generation in human history. We have been enjoying an artificially inflated standard of living that has been fueled by unprecedented debt binge for decades. So why are so many of us so miserable? 1 out of every 8 Americans is taking an antidepressant. More than 48 million Americans have a substance use disorder. The suicide rate has been trending in the wrong direction for years, according to the Gallup. The percentage of U.S. adults that are currently dealing with depression has nearly doubled since 2015. Let's see here. I'll go down a little further. The percentage of U.S. adults who report currently having or being treated for depression has exceeded 18% in both 2024 and 25, up about 8% points since the initial measurement in 2015. The current rate of 18.3% measured so far in 2025 projects to an estimated 47.8 million Americans suffering from depression. We like to think we are smarter than all the other generations that have come before us. If that's true, then why can't we figure out how to be happy? Oh, you know why? Because that's just stuff. It's just money. It's just cars and vacations. I'm not, okay, let me stop right there. It's good to have that stuff. Yeah, you want to take care of yourself and be successful. I get that. That's not the issue. The issue is, where do you put that, all that stuff in relationship to God? Is your car, your house, your career, and then down 4 levels is God? Born again believers I'm speaking to. Where's God? Is he at the very top? If he's not at the top, let me tell you something. He will be at the top, because he'll make sure he's at the top. Because if you're born again, you think he's going to leave you alone? You think he's just going to let you do what you want to do just because you want to do it, because it makes you happy? It's what makes him happy. And what makes him happy will make you happy, because in him is perfect peace. He has pleasures forever for us, it says in the scriptures. He wants to bless us, but we want to bless ourselves. We know what's better for us than he does. And we don't like consciously maybe say that, but in our actions we do. Born again believers, I'm speaking to the church. And what do we do when we get this stuff? What do we do? You get a brand new car, and there's nothing wrong having a new car or even a nice car. You got to have a car. We got to have cars in a lot of our countries where we live. You live in New York City, you don't need a car so much. You've got a cab because you can't park anywhere. But if you got a car and you finally get your dream car, like I finally got it. I've worked all my life. I look hard, I got this car. I'm just using an example. Then you got to put gas in it. You got to put insurance in it. You got to keep it clean. You got to do maintenance on it. Now it's a burden. Now it's something that you have to take care of. It's a burden, and it takes your time up. God, when was it? In the mid-90s, it was a church. The Spirit was falling in our church powerfully. And God gave me a word. And the word was, and this is 95-ish in there somewhere. And he goes, I'm trying to remember. I'm going to say it wrong. Let me think here. My people have all these things that I've allowed them to have, but they've lost their way. Now they're consumed with all these things. A time is coming that these things that are a blessing will be a burden. It will burden them down and cause them to be depressed and lose hope. I tell my people, get these things that are taking time away from me out of your life. And at this point, he literally gave me a list of things we were supposed to do back then. This is the word I got. Get the junk out of your house. Your garage is dirty, clean it up. Get rid of stuff you don't use. Get out of debt. Stay out of debt. If you're going to buy a car, buy one you can afford, not one you want. Be careful with your finances. Give to him the first fruits and get all the stuff that is in your life taking time away from him. Because a time is coming in the future. Those who don't do this, I will not be able to use to their full capacity because they will be burdened down. But those who do this will be set free that I can use in the times that I need them. This is not exactly how it went. It's a long time ago. But basically what he said, clean up your stuff, get your stuff out of your house, get all this stuff, physical stuff that's taking up all your time that you're worrying about every day, and streamline, because the times are coming where God wants to use his people, and he doesn't have time to use people that are too busy with their stuff. What did Jesus do? He sent out the disciples 2 by 2. He said, don't take money with you. Just go. That doesn't even make sense. You go on a trip, you want to bring your wallet, right? You want to bring your phone, you want to bring some money, you want to drive a car. He told them to bring nothing. And what did they do? They cast out demons, they healed the sick, they healed the blind. They came back just like, wow, I can't believe what we did. God doesn't need our stuff, he needs you. He needs me. He doesn't need things, he needs us. He wants to partner with us in these last days. We are his church. We are his people. We are his bride. He has spent an enormous amount of price, called his son, to redeem us. He's always wanted just to be with us. God's motivation to be with us is because he loves us. He wants us to just walk with him in our life, just like he walked with Adam in the garden in the cool of the evening. He wants to walk with you and me in our life. But this life's stuff is drowning out his voice. This life stuff is stealing our treasures in heaven. This stuff is going to be stolen. It's going to rust out and moth's going to eat it. But store up treasures in heaven where the thief cannot break in and a moth cannot eat. And nothing can happen to that treasure because God is guarding your treasure. And soon, God is a treasure. God has a treasure. It's called you and me, born again believers. We are the apple of his eye. He loves us. In John, Jesus says, I cannot wait to show my people the glory I had at the beginning of at creation. He wants to show us his real glory, who he really looks like, and he's looking forward. Jesus is looking forward to the rapture to show us who he really is. No more hiding. He'll be in plain sight for everyone to see. And he says, you will see me as I am because you will be just like me. We'll have a glorified body. And that is about to happen. And all the stuff that we have, and we all have stuff. This is not to attack anybody, but we have too much stuff. It's getting in the way of the things of heaven. He told me in 95, streamline your life. Get out of debt. Get rid of the junk. Literally clean out your garages and your closets and give the stuff away to whoever needs it. Because he's calling a people, he's calling us to partner with him in these last days. And he needs us and he wants us because he loves us. And when we are used by him, we are blessed. Because then we'll know we're being used by him. That's a blessing. To know that you speak or you do something and because God's calling you to do it and you know he's doing that, it's a blessing. God wants to bless us with his presence. And soon, very soon, he's going to physically bless us with his presence because he's going to send his son out of heaven in the clouds and we're going to meet him in the air at any moment. And if we don't do that today, I will see you next time. It's your brother Brian. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.